Hello, I'm Mark,
I'm Casey.
And I'm Patrick.
and today we're going to learn about Rivian and what they're doing with Redwood
Hmm.
to make their factories better. But first, Casey is going to roll that title card.
I'm going to assume it's got the three R's to go with it.
You're watching the Tussa Life Express.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We have got a cool little article to discuss today. We'll link, of course, the article below if you'd like to read that at your leisure. But this article talks a little bit about Rivian and what they're doing locally at their Normal, Illinois plant with Redwood, which of course is JB Straubel's group that recycles all sorts of batteries. And what Rivian has decided to do with Redwood's help is they are going to be taking unused battery packs from production, and they are going to be incorporating them into a 100-pack system that will be storing energy locally at their Normal, Illinois factory, and then being able to use that energy when the factory is running on certain times or it's pulling in a lot of energy that's causing the utility to jump the price because they're pulling in so much energy during peak hours or demand times, pricing has changed. This is going to give them the flexibility of basically having their own little peaker plant inside the factory to be able to smooth out the pricing curves that happen during a regular day of manufacturing. Nice. And I thought this was such a great idea because, of course, Rivian's going to know their battery packs best.
Yeah.
They're going to understand if there's coolant requirements. They're going to understand what kind of boards, computer boards they have on board with these individual packs and how to string them up together into a larger pack of 100 in this particular case. Yeah. And of course, Redwood on the other side, they have already started to go down this road and have been building packs that don't need to be recycled. What they've been doing is they've been combining them into systems that can be sold to companies as exterior storage that could be put in a shipping container, or they could be added to a plant on some sort of a rack system that will allow these batteries to have a second life because they're not near the point where they need to be recycled. They can be used for another purpose, such as being a little miniature peaker plant inside a factory. And this is the future where we're going, because as batteries become more and more plentiful, you're going to have a number of different industries that could benefit from the pricing of smoothing out electricity costs by just using battery packs that need a second life and a place to exist. And Rivian is showing some definitely future looking as to what they can do because they're manufacturing these things already. And they do come into waste where something happens and a whole pack is not damaged, but maybe 3 or 4 cells are. And instead of ripping it all apart, they can put it to the side and say, okay, this is going to be another array of batteries at a later point, put them all in this part of the factory. And when we get X amount together, we'll put them into these structured packs and they become another 100 unit or another 50 unit that they will use to store energy. What a fantastic idea. And this is long overdue, especially with someone like Rivian that has the experience with these packs because they manufacture them and put them in vehicles and know what they can do.
Yeah. And so these are what, rejects or warranty returns or a mixture?
They put it as they kind of put it as they're not warranty. What they are is they're either rejects from the production cycle, indicating that something happened. Maybe the casing was damaged when they were trying to move it, or it was dropped, or whatever. These seem to be extra cells that are put in packs that didn't make it to the actual vehicle because of some sort of maybe a damage reason, or maybe because they did some testing on the battery pack before they put them in, and this one might have been some off factor on voltage or whatever. But they're indicating that they can take these, put them aside, and then work them into these arrangements where they could be added to an array of batteries, and it would make complete sense. And then they don't have to get to the point where they're shipping them out to be recycled, when really Redwood's telling them there's no point in recycling these batteries. You're at a point now where you can still use them as a second life. Why not employ them at your own factory? And Rivian and Redwood got their heads together and said, yeah, why don't we put a program in place? And this is what's happened at their factory in Normal.
Yeah.
Right. So Redwood has to do crash testing on, some number of vehicles. I don't know if it's a lot, but some of those that are not going to damage the battery packs at all.
You mean Rivian's doing crash test?
Correct. That's what I meant to say. Too many R's. I love a good alliteration. So when it says Rivian and Redwood repurpose, I love it. Yeah. So Rivian has to do crash testing, and not all the battery packs are going to be destroyed in that. Some of them are still going to be usable, and a second life energy storage stationary is a whole lot friendlier on batteries. They can often do slow charges and slower discharges compared to driving, where you need to accelerate hard and then regen hard. So the slow and steady is going to make them last a whole lot longer. And it makes sense, Mark, like you said, Rivian has a big factory. It has a lot of energy demands. If they can have this energy storage on site and use it to control their load on the grid, when the grid is under stress in the summer, when people in Illinois are all running their air conditioners, from 5 to 7 p.m. or whatever their demand times are, Rivian can be off grid. Or even better, they could be doing a VPP and supplying the grid during those times.
Exactly.
If they were able to charge up with solar on their big factory roof from noon to 2 or whenever, and then discharge that back to the grid, that'd be great.
A large solar carport out front, and I do believe a wind generator as well, a turbine.
Yep.
And,
they do.
Awesome.
My car was being nosy one day and decided it was going to drive past the Normal plant. I was like, "Oh, we're Normal," and I was like, "Oh, we're going past the plant." Yeah, nosy.
Oh, cool.
But it did.
So the article indicates it's about 100, maybe a little bit more, and the stationary system, will be capable of delivering 10 megawatt hours of energy.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Like Patrick was saying, that it's going to be less load than trying to accelerate a multi-ton vehicle and stop a multi-ton vehicle. And then when you put 100 of them together, like I'm sure that you could probably run a good portion of the factory on just 10 of them hooked up for short stints, but 100 is probably more reasonable. And when you've already got renewables on site, that's the way to go.
Yeah, and it makes sense to partner with Redwood on this. Rivian might have been able to do it on their own, but Redwood already has their universal battery connector system. They already have, they can do this with nearly any auto manufacturer's old cells today. They know how to do the pack diagnostics so that they can determine if the cells are capable of working in this method. They know how to gang them together in ways that you don't do for vehicles. And so they've already got all the diagnostics for the cells in place. They've already got all the interconnects for the cells in place. They're powering some data centers today with this type of technology. So
inspections for local permits and requirements.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they know how to do all that side of it. And then this having a partnership with Redwood could also mean that they end up getting materials from Redwood, and they could be their recycle partner. So it makes a lot of sense. I think JB was brilliant to start Redwood when he did, because he already saw Tesla's plans. He knew what the future was going to hold. There's going to be a lot of batteries that are going to be needed, and that means there's going to be a lot of materials that are going to be needed. And so Redwood is not just a recycler, they're also a materials provider, which makes sense. I mean, their whole logo was a closed loop, and that's what we want to get to, is a closed loop system where we're not mining virgin material all the time, but instead taking it right out of the vehicles that are 10, 12, 20 years old and making newer batteries out of that with newer technology that can take whatever number of cells there were and make now twice as many that have more capacity because the battery technology has advanced. This is the way.
Yeah, and of the three of us, we all had cars that I call it more of a PR stunt. What they did was they took Both Nissan and Chevy took packs from their cars as they were building our new ones, and showed how they could use a small cube of their packs to power small factories and large office parks.
Yes,
And
they did.
we did see 1 or 2 units actually out in the wild, but did we ever see more than just for show?
Not a
No,
lot.
I really didn't think we saw too many outside of the PR announcement of them putting a small shipping container on site with maybe 20, maybe 25 packs in it. So, but again, the idea is solid. And again, with Redwood's example and their expertise and what they've been doing, is they've been receiving all these different battery packs from different manufacturers, everything from cars down to cell phones, and they've been saying to themselves, I'm sure, that why are we recycling some of this stuff? It's not required. This battery is basically, at 90%. There's no need to recycle this at all. Can we find another purpose? And we heard about the article maybe 6 months, 8 months ago, where they were saying, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to take a number of these fantastic batteries and just put them in an array, and we will sell them to industry as backup little power plants that they can place as stationary storage.
Yeah, there's a reason reduce, reuse, recycle are in that order, right? And if you can reuse, that's already something that's made, already has this ability. Why convert it into raw materials to make something else when it can actually serve a really valuable function right now as is?
Yeah, and exactly. We can look to other industry. Elon says, look at the food industry, look at other high volume, low price situations. Look at glass bottles. Look at aluminum. Maybe not aluminum cans don't get reused, but making new aluminum cans from old aluminum cans uses less electricity. Yes. But if washing out a glass bottle and refilling it before the less energy to melt it down and make a new bottle out of it, look at that. So this is that. This is this is washing out and reusing the glass bottle before we go ahead and melt it down to make a new bottle.
Good analogy.
And this also makes me wonder, will Rivian, after performing this, look at it and maybe start to move towards stationary storage themselves? Will they actually take this, look at Tesla's example and say, man, the world just keeps asking for more stationary storage. Maybe we should open up a second line and have Rivian Energy start to produce battery packs, just like Tesla does. But they'll have the ability to see Tesla's history and maybe jump a certain amount quicker or higher based on what they've seen the evolution of Tesla do. So that certainly could be something that they're beginning to think about or have thought about.
Yeah. Also, they could, like you said, they could take the lessons learned and do that. They could, unlike some of the Asian competitors, they could be turnkey solution instead of here's the battery and then go over there for the inverter, go over there for the grid connection, and so forth. And then after they've got that going, maybe they could have just modular packs. Like, hey, you want to convert your 75 Ford to electric? Here you go. Here's some packs for that. Or they could do something that's common and still out there. Like, hey, you Volkswagen, well, maybe not anymore, but like Volkswagen Bug. Here's the kit for that, and just do that with the smaller quantity of their cells using this experience.
Yep. Develop a standardized energy pack that could be used in multiple different sources.
Yeah, I really like my Tesla Powerwalls. If Rivian offered something like that for Rivian owners, that now you're going retail, right, versus industrial scale.
Yeah.
And it shows that you have battery expertise, battery management expertise, that this is a technology that you have a level of mastery in, and appeals to homeowners and vehicle buyers. I think that'd be a smart way to go as well.
Yeah, and they've got experience with LFPs, not just the NMC. And then, of course, we got JB Straubel there. He was the Tesla battery expert forever. So, and in addition to being a co-founder, so that's another good synergy right there.
Exactly. Well, what do you think watching this? Does that make sense to you? Should Rivian be going down this road? Have they taken too long to get to this? Let us know in the comments as to what you think about this story and if it makes sense for Rivian to be doing this at this time. With that said, let's roll to some shoutouts. And today, let's start with Patrick. What do you got for us?
All right. As always, I'm with the Oregon Electric Vehicle Association. You can find us at oeva.org, and I blog occasionally at carswithcords.net, where I write about my future free from fossil fuels. Thanks.
Very good. Casey, what do you got for us?
Catch us in 2 days on Wednesday for the live show, and we'll catch you at 7 p.m. Eastern for Tesla Life, the Tesla Life Live.
That's right. Coming up just in a couple days. And if you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up on the video. Press that subscribe button. I know I asked every time, but I need more people to do it. And it doesn't cost you anything. And it helps us out. Please take the time to do it. With that said, we will catch you next time. And together we'll find out what's happening in the Tesla Life.